Alright, there we go. Alright, folks, we're back.
Okay, so only thing that really changed with the robot is the head. That's a Tall Geese 3 head. It looks really sweet.
And now that Cameron knows Tall Geese 3 exists, he's slowly trying to grind one out.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna grind out the arms for it. I just need to get some upgrade parts. I have it. I just need to get some upgrade parts for it.
Also, a small shout out to the fan in the comments who let us know that we could do the bounty hunts to get specific parts.
Oh yeah, that helped
Big
a lot.
help. Thank you, sir. Or madam, I suppose.
Don't assume they're gender, Jay. They are a proud Apache attack helicopter, and you should not misgender
If I'm not
them.
mistaken, actually, their icon was a penguin, so they're a proud puffin. And I will thank you to remember that, unless I'm wrong, at which point this rant is just falling apart like a Chinese motorcycle.
Okay, so we have to compete.
I should probably be timing this.
Okay.
Also, Patrick is texting me.
You know what?
I may or may not start reading that off, because that's always a good time.
I'm gonna go for the Battle Royale as opposed to the Monolith Destruction.
Well, you're gonna have to do a couple of them.
Well, I'm gonna start with the Battle Royale, because that sounds more fun.
Well, no,
also, I've
not
changed my avatar to be this awesome bronze-looking suit.
I don't even remember what era of suit that is. It's one with the defined asses.
Yep. Oh, for those of you watching the Best Friends playthrough of Dark Souls, I have no way of confirming this, but I think it was my message that Wooly found that led him to knock down that one tree in Darkroot Basin to find the secret area. Because I'm one of the few people who always leaves that message to try attacking that tree.
Well, I mean, you could always hope it was you.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember, was it Dark Souls 3 that introduced getting a good rating would actually, like, have a physical reward in-game, or no?
No, Dark Souls 1 had it too, where,
You got healed if someone rated you well, right?
No, you got humanity.
Oh, yeah, okay. It was Dark Souls 3 where you got healed, which
Dark
was...
Souls 2 where you got healed.
Okay.
I'm not sure about Dark Souls 3.
I think in Dark Souls 3 you also got healed, because I remember when they were doing their Let's Play of 3, it was a big deal that Wooly kept getting lucky timing with his, he laid down some comments, people would rate them well, and he would get lucky timing on it. Oh cool, it has lock on this one. So yeah, that yellow shield, you're going to want to break that before you do any damage to them, because you're not going to do lasting damage
Which yellow shield?
otherwise. You know how some of them have a yellow bubble?
Yep.
Yeah, break that or you're not going to really do much in the way of damage. Like, it's halving the damage you do to them.
Well, I mean, I'm still killing them like that.
Oh, fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. Dark Souls is fun. And I still recommend it. Actually, I think, we talk about this in the Legend of Zelda Let's Play all the time, but me and Brendan are thinking of doing a Let's Play of Dark Souls when we're done Zelda.
Nice. Can I get in on that?
Yeah, we could teach him. Because, like, I'm telling him, like, you know, Dark Souls is one of those games where if you figure it out on your own, you'll either excel or you will suffer. Like, and that's the case. For Dark Souls, you either figure it out or you need someone to figure it out for you.
I went into Dark Souls blind at first.
I went into Dark Souls after watching, like, a little bit of a play of it, just because, like, I was kind of like, you know, I hadn't actually heard much about it besides the memes, so I was like, I want to see what this game is actually like. Then I watched some gameplay of it, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I got it around launch. One of my coworkers at EB recommended it to me.
That makes sense.
And, like, she was always good for recommendations, so, like...
Yeah, why not?
So I gave it a shot, and just, my god, I think that was the best thing she ever recommended to me.
Yeah. The words someone recommended Dark Souls and it was a good time is pretty standard fare. Also, I don't think you're locked on to anyone in particular.
No, I'm not. I'm just firing at random.
Alright, fair enough. As long as you're aware. Oh yeah, I suppose with a nuke launcher, precision isn't really a necessity.
No, not really.
I still maintain that you could probably get, like, a little bit more mileage out of using 2 nukes. You know, like
yeah,
using
but I don't have the ammo capacity.
No, I mean, all you need is the shield and the arms from the Physalis, and then you can have a second nuke.
But I like my tape.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, I forget how to lock on now.
It's one of the left bumpers. I think it's the actual left, yeah, bumper. Yeah, if you have that fucking circle going on, then you're locked on. Or you're going to when you... Also, there's a fucking buttons thing every...
Yeah,
loading
missiles! Or, not missiles, nuke bits. Oh, it knocked me out of Dragoon mode.
Well, I mean, I guess
When the scene
yeah.
change happened.
Yeah, because I can see now it didn't even, like, complete the thing. You're still, like, half charged.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not so bad. It's not like you really needed the Dragoon mode to finish these fucking jobbers off.
Yeah, but it's still annoying.
Eh. These ones you're fighting now, I don't even know what they're from. They're kind of neat looking, I guess.
Yeah, kind of.
They're like they look almost like a weird mix of like Iron Blood Orphan aesthetics and something else. Oh, the GNX, I think. Okay, so that's from Gundam 00, which was a weird side series again.
Wasn't that the one where like all the Gundams of the world fought each other? And there was
No.
like Windmill Gundam and Viking Boat Gundam.
I think that was Age, maybe.
Okay.
I don't fucking know. I don't know from the side series that well.
It made for some interesting toys, but for very
Yeah.
little else.
I mean, that could be said for a lot of Gundam series, though. Like,
Cyclone Pile Driver! I don't know what that is, but I need to find out.
that sounds just excellent. I don't think I've ever heard of a better... Huh.
Well, time to activate Dragoon mode and fire all missiles.
God damn. I think that dude's dead. I think you just killed... Yeah, one is dead.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, he got hit by Dragoon mode, all the missiles, and your sidekick there fired off a hyper beam cannon. So...
And then that dude got hit by a special attack.
And then stopped. Stay away from him, he's screaming.
Don't worry, I got this.
Not today, not today. Let's go lady. God damn. Hit him with the nuke!
Okay.
Nuclear pile driver. No way. No mercy.
That was like all of my specials that I unloaded on that fuck, and it didn't let me pick up the final couple of parts.
Yeah, the game was kind of like, let's just go.
You've reduced this barren wasteland to an even more barren wasteland. Best
An even
leave
more
now.
barren and wasted land. No, you know what, Cameron? You were inside of a colony. Look what you did to it.
That would actually
You
make
did
sense,
this.
considering how many
Yeah.
nuclear blasts I fired off in Hyper Dragoon mode.
I'm pretty sure one nuke is enough to destroy a colony, considering it's the size of a city. Like,
Yeah.
there were several...
One nuke destroyed Nagasaki, okay.
Yeah. And, like, Nagasaki didn't have a thin wall between itself and the vacuum of space.
Also true.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what you classify atmosphere as, but you get my drift.
It did not have a small metal insulating barrier
It did
between
not have-
itself and nothing.
It did not have a traditionally puncturable thing standing between itself and oxygenless annihilation.
Unless you pollute really, really hard. Like China.
Yeah. You got...
Like China levels of pollution.
This just in, China's newest scheme is to pollute the atmosphere and kill Japan.
I thought their newest scheme was to convince the world that global warming was real.
Actually, fun fact about global warming.
Don't hear that often.
For once, this is a good thing. Apparently, the hole in the ozone
Oh,
layer
nice.
got smaller.
Yeah, it's actually
Yeah.
slowly healing up.
So-
Because we're slowly getting rid of our aerosol products.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez!
Yeah, there's the two bigs. What was I gonna say?
Well,
It was some sort of drunken rambling, I assume.
you were talking about
yeah,
how the ozone
right.
layer hole's getting smaller?
No. Actually, that was a side thing about the whole blowing up a colony. It was always weird to me that the Gundam series went out of its way
fuck.
to establish the Titans as evil by making them gas colonies when a nuclear weapon would have been more efficient.
More efficient ways to be evil, courtesy of JRR.
I guess then again, if you gas it and then vent it, you could always reuse the colony.
That's true.
But I mean, if you want to, I mean, several times in the series they've mentioned how building a colony really kickstarts the economy.
Actually, did you ever play FTL?
Yeah, you remember we did that short Let's Play of it where everything went wrong in short order?
Oh, yeah. But, like, whenever I play FTL, what I do is I immediately vent everything that's not strictly necessary for my guys to live after building strong doors. That way, whenever enemies teleport in, there is a solid chance that they'll just teleport into the vacuum of space and die immediately.
That'll do it.
Also, there's one race that you unlock late in the game that is actually immune to the vacuum of space.
Yeah, isn't it those golems or something, or the robots, or robot golems?
Well, you can get robots. They're not a race. You can just buy robot helpers, and they're immune to the vacuum of space. And there are weird golem there's the regular golems, and then there's weird crystal golems that you unlock later. The regular golems can't function in the vacuum of space, but the crystal ones can.
Okay. Oh, actually, speaking of the vacuum of space
Oh,
and like,
Jesus.
teleporting.
Yep.
So, for 40K, a new campaign book came out, which was called The Fall of Cadia, and it's part of the 13th Black Crusade storyline.
Yep.
Because that's finally happening. And some shit went down in that, and, like, I guess I won't give out spoilers, just in case there's a slight chance someone out there hasn't seen that stuff.
But GW is moving the plot forward.
Oh yeah, it's moving the shit out of that plot, I'll tell you that much. But there's at one point during the Fall of Cadia that, unsurprisingly, a lot of first founding Space Marine chapters are there, because this is a big deal and you want your big batters up to face.
Right.
So, among them is the Imperial Fists, typically reserved to guard Terra, but...
Maybe Cadia is an important place to send them.
Maybe stopping the encroaching evil is worthwhile to let the gates a little undefended. So they took their battle barge. Now the thing about their battle barge is this is the battle barge that guards Terra. So this is the big ship.
Okay.
And it was effectively being rerouted to guard Cadia airspace. So the thing about the Imperial Fist is that every first founding chapter had a very specific rival during the Horus Heresy.
Right.
Imperial Fist's rival was the Iron Warriors, who were if the Imperial Fist's big thing was building walls and fortifications,
yep.
The Iron Warriors' big thing was sieges.
Right.
So they besieged that ship by teleporting into the middle of it and causing so much havoc and so much damage that the only acceptable solution is decreed that the ship had to turn its own guns on itself and blow that section of the ship off.
Oh, hey, I may have actually just gotten all the parts I need for Talgi's 3 arms.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I got every rarity of arm.
Nice.
But yeah, that's...
so they had to turn their own guns inward and shoot that section of the ship off.
Oh my god.
And, most of the Imperial Fists died again.
Yeah, weren't they already, like, an incredibly endangered chapter?
No, they were back up to full strength, but they have this habit of being wiped out down to, like, the last couple guys.
Because
and
they
having
charge
to be...
in and...
Well, no, they don't even charge in. They just, like, get... I guess the best way to put it, or the fastest way to put it, is they're very, very stupid.
Okay. Anyway,
I'll explain that when we come back, folks. Alright, we're back. I'm going to continue my story about why the Imperial Fists are fucking stupid.
First, though, what has changed? A lot of minor stat improvements, the paint job, and I've swapped out the Talgi's arms for Talgi's 3, which are just an upgraded version of Talgi's 1. Go ahead, Jay.
So, I'm going to tell you about the end of the Horus Heresy. At the end of the Horus Heresy, after all the traitor legions attacked the Earth, and then had to leave really, really fast, all the loyalists got their shit together and pursued.
Right.
Typically, this was cases of them pursuing their specific rivals.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Imperial Fists going after the Iron Warriors. And at one point, they find the planet that the Iron Warriors have turned into their great fortress world. And there is their Primarch, Peterborough, who was ascended to demonhood, although it's never told which god ascended him. Because he was not faithful to anyone in particular. Anyway, so he's just sitting there boasting that, and he has one of my favorite lines, even I have dug trenches so deep that even if you were to fill them with every legionnaire in your army, you would not be able to walk across the corpses to get to my front gates. Now a sensible person would think,
we have spaceships.
Maybe we should actually assess the situation. A 40k person would say, maybe we should use our teleport homers.
That too.
What Rogel Dorn, Primarch of the Imperial Fists, and perhaps stupidest of the Primarchs did, was think, I'll take that bet, and proceeded to go on the least advised frontal assault in the history of 40K. Now, he did manage to prove Peterborough wrong in that he did fill those trenches, and it merely took most of his legion.
Oh, good for him.
Yes. He then proceeded to march across the hundreds of corpses, get to Groundbreak.
Yep.
Get to that front gate to pry it open, only to find out it was never a fortress at all. It was a giant bomb.
It was a trap.
No, I mean, it was actually a giant bomb, and it exploded in his face.
Oh, nice.
Now, you might be wondering, of all the things that could have happened, why didn't, they take any of the simple...
Wait, monolith has appeared, destroy it.
Yeah, to destroy it, you have to kill all the enemies near the monolith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so... It's a little bit of a misnomer, but yeah. So you might be thinking, why didn't he do any of the, smart things and just, not do this frontal assault? It's because Rogel Torn may actually be mentally retarded. Most of the Primarchs, in fact, have probably at least one mental handicap. And it's...
For Lehman Russ, it's his raging alcoholism.
Actually, no. Specifically, it is a anti-personality disorder. Whatever the one is where you really don't respond well to authority. It is also a deep-seated strongman syndrome,
Sucks to be that guy.
where his job is to be the Emperor's executioner, but he really doesn't want to, so he puts on a tough guy act, specifically so that everyone will hate him, so that he doesn't ever have to deal with the fact that he'll have to inevitably kill one of his brothers.
Oh, it's sort of like those old people who are super curmudgeonly, so no one will be sad when they die.
Pretty much. That's his entire principle. He's like, at one point, I'm going to have to kill one of you, and it's going to really suck if I actually like you, and then I have to do that. He also established the fact that there's always the chance that I fuck up and you have to kill me. And quite frankly, you're my brothers, I don't want to make that hard for you as well, because at that point, you'll actually be defending yourself.
Yeah.
Angeron is the only one who...
Anger management.
He's the only one who does not have a confirmed mental problem, because he was forcibly lobotomized and we don't know what his state was before that.
Judging by his name and the famous rage of his chapter, I'm going with anger management.
Well, that's the thing. That famous rage of his chapter was because he has a nail in his brain.
Oh.
Like, literally. It was, it's put in there to make you incapable of not being angry.
That's not how lobotomies work.
Well, that's the thing.
They
like
take
all
the
the
nail out
Primarchs
afterwards.
Well, here's the thing. The planet he wound up on was a big gladiatory planet, and the guys who run the planet just have an entire slave class that fights for their amusement.
Okay.
So to keep the slave class from, ever having enough forethought to rebel or effectively not be angry enough, to ever develop feelings for each other and not kill one another, they are just constantly left in a state of raw murder lust.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a Primarch is able to surpass that murder lust just enough to plan a rebellion, which he then executed. Just in time for the Emperor to show up and execute the rest of the rebelling slaves because they're rebelling.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then he made anger on a Primarch after this, and was confused when Angeron did not respond well.
Actually, I heard an interesting theory a while ago.
We'll see you next time, folks.
Okay.